en día es fácil, gracias al avance de la tecnología y la ciencia, que ya entienden que todo es energía. Todo es energía. Entonces ahora es mucho más fácil entender que también los átomos que son energía, estamos rodeados, estamos hechos de energía y en realidad la vida es manejar energía. Hay energías positivas, hay energías negativas. Entonces, ¿cómo uno puede estar conectado más tiempo con energía positiva? Muchas veces uno siente como que le va bien, está fluyendo, le resulta, le sale, y otras veces siente estancado, bloqueado. Todo esto tiene que ver con energías.
What is the tree of life?
The tree of life, according to Kabbalah, is the way the system, the way the universe was created. The way the light goes from the top all the way down. Just like, you know, when there's you take the PowerPoint analogy, it goes from all that to being able to tap in to my toaster or to my this, that whole system of light, of the way that electric goes from the power plant to here. The way that the whole kind of way of creation, from the beginning of time all the way to our world. Because most of us believe that there's more than just this physical universe. I mean, sometimes we think it's all physical and, you know, like who could care less? Sometimes we act like that. But in truth, most of us feel that there's something deeper and more meaningful. And Kabbalah says that the tree of life is the way the universe was created. The spiritual universe first, and then the physical universe.
El árbol de la vida es también cómo uno puede ascender en estos niveles a conectar con esta energía de vida, energía de bendiciones, paz interior, que en realidad en la Kabbalah llamamos, en una palabra que incluye todo, la luz. El libro del Zohar es el manual de la Kabbalah. Concentra todo el conocimiento cabalístico, las reglas de la Kabbalah, como la Kabbalah explica la realidad, la vida, en manera muy concentrada.
And in the Kabbalah Center, you say that if you take the book of the Zohar and you scan his words, it makes you to feel with why? Why only scanning some words? It's like this.
Kabbalists throughout the generations, this is not something that's developed today. Thousands of generations, Kabbalists say, just have specific books in the house. You know, Christians won't go without a Bible in the house. Muslims won't go without a Quran in the house. Kabbalists, make sure that there's a Zohar in the house. There's always the books of the Zohar in the house. Now, you want to make more of a connection? You look at the letters. You could make even more of a connection, actually read it if you can. But we always are advised to make the maximum connection that we can. If you could read, I read and understand, because I have that ability. But if you can't read, you scan. If you can't even do that, at least you have it in your house. There's always a question of how much you could do, and we're only asked to do our maximum. We're not asked to do things we can't do. We're asked to do our maximum. If we don't read the words, then connect to the words.
Ese es en realidad el secreto más profundo del Zohar, que a la persona que estudia Kabbalah, que se conecta con el Zohar y el conocimiento de la Kabbalah que está dentro del Zohar, le permite como una conexión con la energía positiva de la luz, como explicamos antes.
But if the Zohar has all the knowledge of the Torah, can you read or understand the Zohar if you don't have the knowledge of the Torah first?
Can I? I can, but I've been studying for a long time. Can you connect to the Zohar without having all the knowledge? Yes, you could connect. Could you understand? No, you need more teachings to really understand the Zohar. But you pick up your cell phone and you call. You don't know how it was made. You don't know about the pieces. All you know is you plug some numbers and you use it. We use technology that we don't know how to make it. Just like teachings. We could use the teaching without knowing where it comes from, not knowing everything about it. So as a user, you could use the Zohar without having all the knowledge. But if you want to have the knowledge of the Zohar, then it requires a lot of study to really understand the Zohar.
For example, Madonna, Demi Moore, and many famous that came to the Kabbalah help to spread all over the world the Kabbalah?
I mean, obviously, when someone famous, it goes with them. Unfortunately, it's a double-edged sword sometimes, because people don't take it so seriously. Unfortunately, or fortunately, that's also not real anymore, because, Madonna's done 12 years. Say what you want about her. She's been taking this seriously and studied 8 years. Ashton studied for 8 years. It's not one of those things they did and they forgot about. They've actually taken it into their life and they're using it on a daily basis.
Yes, Madonna last year came to Argentina and she didn't want to give a concert Friday because it was Shabbat and she was keeping the Shabbat.
So they're using the tools of Kabbalah in their life.
Porque famosos son seres humanos igual como los demás y tienen búsquedas y inquietudes y buscan mejorar su vida. El hecho que uno es muy exitoso en algo no significa que es feliz y completo en el otro. Solo natural que el hecho que celebridades estudian Kabbalah ayuda a difundir esto, porque obviamente están más a la vista de otras personas. Es un proceso natural que pasa que para mí es muy bueno.
What does the red string means?
For me, there's a whole story about protection, but for me, I look at the red string, and at times when I want to get angry, times when I want to react,
it's a reminder.
It reminds me, hey, you're teaching Kabbalah, tranquilo, relax.
And what about the ego that I heard that in Kabbalah it's
Yes, unfortunately, we all have one. Unfortunately, sometimes it brings us down.
It's like an enemy against us.
Yes. No matter how much we want to succeed, he tries to make it all about us. And to really succeed in this world, we have to also be sharing to others. And the ego is the number one enemy that we have. Because if we reach the top, we make it about us. And if whatever we try to do, even when we overcome, he comes in. And it just, for me, it's a constant war. It's a constant war against the ego. Even when we've beaten him, he could wake up tomorrow and he's a new enemy.